8 months ago, I started selling digital products on Etsy with the goal of making $10,000 per month. As usual, I'm here to share my insights and results with you, as well as all the lessons and strategies I've been using along the way. If you've been following this journey for a while, welcome back. And if you're just now discovering this channel, hi, my name is Jai, and I'm a graphic designer by day, and for over half a year now, an Etsy seller by night. So I don't do this full time, although that is the goal. But I do spend a couple of hours a day working on my Etsy shop, not every single day, but on most days of the month. Before I go into my dashboard, here's a quick recount of how much I made in my first 7 months on Etsy. Overall, I have sold 691 orders for a total of $4,891 in revenue, minus marketing expenses since I pay for Etsy ads, and as well as Etsy's additional fees. I have made about $1,720 in profit for those 7 months. Now, this 8th month, February, actually did better than expected. I had my best performing month last January since I capitalized on people's desires for improvement and New Year's resolutions. And so I thought that wave was over. And I didn't even prepare listings for February's most profitable period, which would be around Valentine's Day. But it seems that wave was still ongoing, and the demand for business templates, which I sell, still seemed to be consistent. Let's look at the stats. For this month, I got a total of 3,588 visits, where with a little less than 200 listings, I still got at least 100 visits to my products per day. And my conversion rate rose to 5.7%, which is quite a significant increase from my previous conversion rate of 4.9% last month. So with that, I got 206 orders for the month. And this is actually the first time that I'm hitting over 200 orders in 1 month. So I'm quite happy about that. And now for my revenue, I made $1,458.19, which I think isn't bad considering that there are only 28 days in February. And I'm kind of confident that I would have hit $1,500 if there were more days in February. Now, as for my ads performance, I got 92.7 thousand views and 1,861 clicks, which is a click-through rate or CTR of 2%. So that's quite average, but this has gotten me 121 orders in total. If we were to calculate my conversion for ads specifically, that is 6.5% conversion rate on my advertised products. I spent $516 on ads with my daily budget being $20, but towards the end of the month, I actually increased this to $25 since I was blowing through that budget before the day even ended. And since my conversions were good anyway, I thought that it might actually be worth it to increase that budget to $25. In terms of revenue, I made $817.26 from my advertised listings, which means that 56% of my total sales came from those advertised listings. Now for my net profit last month, so that's revenue minus ad spend and listing fees and all that, I made 35,336 Philippine pesos, which is about $615 in profit. And this is an increase of 18% from last month, which I'm really happy about. This brings my total revenue for the last 8 months on Etsy to about $6,350 for a profit of approximately $2,362. Now, I know this might not be an impressive number to many. It's definitely a far cry from how much other people seem to be making selling digital products on Etsy. But let me tell you a secret from doing this for a while now. You see, whenever someone does a video on a digital product seemingly making thousands of dollars per month in revenue, using some sort of research tool like Everbee or Allura, they're not really giving the whole picture. Because these tools don't actually take into account the discounts, Etsy fees, and even advertising fees that a shop might be spending. So if you were to analyze my shop using Everbee, this is what comes up. It says I get 213 monthly sales with a total revenue of $13,670, making a monthly revenue of about $3,000. And I wish that were true, but as you had just seen me explain, that is definitely not the case. And it leads to this distorted view of what success is on Etsy. I am a firm believer that everyone's Etsy journey is their own, and that success can really only be defined by you. Not all of us are doing this full time, though we may have the intention of transitioning to that in the future. And not all of us live in a first world country where $600 a month is not enough as a full time income. But for someone living in a country where that number is twice the minimum wage, it could be life changing. So, bottom line is be gracious to yourself and don't compare your progress to others. Just keep focused on yourself and how you can stay consistent and keep improving. Now, as for the strategies I've been using this past month, I did mention on my previous video that I was going to focus on Mother's Day and spring themed templates because those are coming up really soon. And wouldn't you know it, I've been getting sales on those items even as early as late February. So if you haven't yet, there is still time to catch up on those Mother's Day and spring themed listings. And of course, since I don't like to keep all my eggs in one basket, I also do take the time to create evergreen listings. This time, I've been focused more on long-form types of templates, meaning these are templates that have at least 20 or even 30 pages of content in them. So like for example, a short-form template would be an invitation, since it's only 1 to maybe 4 pages long, right? And a long-form template would be like a guide on how to throw the perfect party, or a social media bundle of 30 or more designs, each for one day of the month. My rationale for this is so that I can sell more higher priced items in my shop. So these go for at least $10, and I did sell a few of these last month, which I think has contributed to my increase in revenue. But these do take more time to make, and I think especially if you have found a product with good demand and low competition, it's worth taking the time to do these. So yeah, that's my 8th month on Etsy. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button for me. And if you are on your own journey, please feel free to share in the comments section. I love reading those and lifting each other up, and I'll see you on the next video.